Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Ride with Ginger. I'm Ginger. So today we are going to talk about the Rebel 300, my motorcycle. I wanted to do it based off of a newbie's perspective. I know that there are a lot of reviews already out there, but I feel like most of those are more experienced riders saying whether or not it would be good for a beginner and exactly why. So I'm going to run through my thoughts. I'm not going to get too technical because frankly, I don't know anything. Let's get started. So this is my bike, Towanda. She is a Rebel 300 with ABS, year 2021. We bought her used with 983 miles, I believe. Now, it was clear that she'd been laid down a couple times. There's some denting on the tank, the exhaust. We've got some on the brake handle at the tip, the mirror, the handle, the other level. We've got some minor imperfections here. But honestly, it made me feel more at ease. As they say, it's not if you lay down your bike, it's when. So knowing that it was already laid down made it easier. We bought used kind of along that same reasoning. As far as aftermarket parts, I really don't know. I believe that the shocks may be aftermarket. I could be wrong. I know for sure the exhaust is, and if I had to guess, I would think that the levers are also aftermarket. After that, I don't really know. What I did since I've gotten it is I did replace with the brown seat for two reasons. The stock seat was incredibly uncomfortable. Plus, I like the color. I like the black with the shot of blue and the brown. I think it's a nice look. I really like it. I did add, of course, my phone mount. On the fence as to whether or not I like having a phone on the motorcycle. I'm one of those that believe that if it's there, you're more likely to be tempted, versus if it's in my pocket, well then, I literally can't do anything until I pull over. So far though, I have not been tempted. It is nice, mostly for navigation. I'm not so good with directions. I don't remember where I've been. So directions are very key to me. I might eventually get one of those beeline navigations. I don't know how that will work for me. So I wanted to go used because I have no idea what I wanted and I still don't. So I didn't want to spend a lot of money on something that I may or may not like. I wanted to go with something that had a decent resale value. We bought the 300 knowing it was not my forever bike. It was my learning bike, which is why we bought used. Now, some of the things that I really like, how light it is. Probably why I haven't dropped it from a standing position, because it is so light and nimble. Now that does worry me a little bit as I advance, and maybe once I get to a bigger bike, maybe I'll have to kind of go a couple steps back and recalibrate myself. But I do, as of right now, do like how light it is. I do like the color. I like the overall look. I do think it is more simple than I would like, but I also like how minimalistic it is. I really enjoy how low the seat is. It's a very comfortable position. So right now I have mid-foot controls, and I really do like that. As I've said in other videos, when your feet are behind you, I find that really odd, at least right now. I don't know if I'll like front foot pegs, forward foot pegs, but for me, this is a very, very comfortable position to be at. I don't have to worry about accidentally putting on too much throttle and going, because my going is going not whew. So that's nice. The gear indicator, really love that. I get to know what gear I'm in at all times. So that's awesome. One of the things that I don't like is I'm 5'7", and I feel like the handlebars aren't where I need them to be. I either need them to be higher and closer. I find a lot of times I'm leaning on. I feel like instead of sitting upright, I'm leaning more, and I'm putting a lot of pressure on the handlebars, which I think, I looked it up and I think I'm getting tennis elbow from it. So after 2 months, I can already tell it is not powerful enough. And I say that for a couple reasons. One, it feels like it's struggling at times, especially going on an incline or anytime I go above 40 miles per hour, you can start to feel it. She can go up to 60-ish. I think the most I've done is 60, but not for long. On a consistent basis, I would say 45, 50 is usually the highest that I go. I don't go on any freeways. So would I suggest it for a newbie? It's going to depend on that newbie. I personally, as I've said before, like taking those baby steps. I like learning what I can in a controlled environment and then moving on to the next. And I feel like the Honda Rebel allows me to do that perfectly. She's light, and I don't have to kind of struggle with trying to hold her. I can focus on the other items of learning to ride a motorcycle. So I know some people wouldn't want to buy something knowing it was going to be short term, losing money on it, and then having to buy another one. For them, it's not worth that price. For me, it was. How long am I going to keep her? That's the question. I don't know. I don't want to get too big for my britches. I want to exhaust everything that I can from this bike. I want to learn as much as I can and fine-tune those skills. So when I elevate to a new motorcycle, I have less to practice on. I'm not learning necessarily. I am finessing to a new motorcycle. Ken's prediction is by Thanksgiving or Christmas, I'll have a new bike. I don't know. Like I said, I want to try to exhaust this bike as much as possible, get all of my money's worth, and then go from there. I also don't want to be naive to think I know now what I want. I'm still learning. I still don't know everything that I want or need in a motorcycle. So we'll just go from there. If I were to keep it, I would modify the handlebars, which I may still do anyways. It's not terribly expensive, so it might be something we go ahead and do. There's also, I struggle with the windscreen / fairing. I originally hated how it looks, but I think the more I ride and the more I know how useful it can be, the more I am coming around aesthetically to it. I feel like if I can find the right one, I'll like the look, be extremely happy with the benefit. The wind hitting my chest or my helmet is sometimes very exhausting, I guess would be the best word. So the handlebars and the fairing / windscreen, depending on what I choose, might be something that I do, or I might wait. I think what I'll end up doing is seeing if I can find any used ones for a good price, and if I can, then I might do it. If I can't, then I might just live with it as it is. Now, what I can tell you is I'm not going to do it to this bike because I don't see the benefit money-wise, but on my next bike, I will most definitely be getting saddlebags. Ken does have his Harley. It's I believe a 2009 Nightster. He's convinced that I'm going to fall in love with that one. I'm not entirely sure. Right now, he's already fixed the tank on it. So he already took it down to the Harley Davidson. They kept it for a few weeks, put some acid in it, and cleaned it out, so that's good to go. So next is the fuel injectors, which were back ordered for a long time, but those are back in stock. So after that, I believe it's tires, and then just an overall take it to the dealership and have them do a service on that. Both of us will probably be alternating that one, seeing if we like it or don't like it. So for me, when I look at it, I don't go, oh, that's gonna be my bike. I don't go, ooh, that looks good. Versus the Indian Scout, I do look at that one, especially the blacked out ones. I look at those and I get super excited. So we'll see. I'll probably end up riding the Harley for a little bit, for one, to see how I like it. It is very similar to the Scout. Once I ride that for a little bit, I can get to know what I like and dislike and see how that will translate to the Indian. Also, what I need to kind of really research or learn before I buy a new bike is what modifications can be done to change the bike, you know, and how much will it change. So besides the Indian, I would say the other one that might be on the list is the Rebel 1100. Obviously, I do like that it's all blacked out, but we shall see. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm very happy I chose the Rebel 800. I would definitely do it again. She's not going away anytime soon. I'm still gonna be riding her every day, thinking about what I like, what I don't like. Thank you for watching this video. If you found value in it, please like. Until next time, see you later.